Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me. Today we are on Lake Norman at the Pinnacle access area. Now, I've already done a video out here. However, I didn't really like that video, so I came out here to give it another shot. And also, I am coming off the heels of a absolutely brutal loss at the QCKBF Catawba Clash, in which it became painfully obvious to me that there are some glaring holes in my repertoire. Let me go over a couple of them. First and foremost, the most embarrassing thing is because I have all my cameras and stuff set up on the left side of my boat, I have gotten so lazy that I cannot like fish on the right side. And it's like really embarrassing because it became obvious like when I was out there. I was like, there came a point where I had to fish on the right side, and oh my God, like my casting was terrible. Everything about it, I couldn't aim. I was uncomfortable. I was like, well, I gotta work on that. I didn't realize how big of a problem it had been. So that's one of the things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my camera over onto the right side and work on my casting and accuracy on the right side versus my left side. So you might see that the camera's a little bit different. Well, that's the reason, because it's embarrassing, like how bad I was on that side. It's like you know, like when if you're right-handed and you're throwing a ball and then all of a sudden you try to throw left-handed and you're like, what is wrong with me? Well, that's what I felt like. So I need to work on that because I have gotten way out of practice. So that's number one. The second thing where I realized there was a glaring hole in my repertoire was fishing deep. I have no confidence fishing deep at all. And usually I've been able to at least, like when I go out, I can compensate by like finding like some deeper docks and stuff, and I can fish the deeper docks. However, when I was out there at Wiley on that Catawba Clash, that deeper dock bite was not happening, and it would have been helpful to have some deeper patterns, a little bit of confidence in some deeper patterns, and I did not have that. So I fished deep while I was out there, but I didn't have any confidence in it, and yeah, and if you're fishing without confidence, that's no way to go. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna fish out here. I'm gonna hit top water first thing in the morning just because it's fun to do. So I'll do that for like an hour or two, see what happens there, and then I am gonna work on, I've identified like some points on the Garmin Active Captain app, and I'm going to fish these points and try to get a little bit more confident in that. So let's get to it. All right, first very little fish of the day, right by the ramp. I don't know if you're gonna see it. Little guy, maybe 10 inches. I guess that fellow was hungry. All right, let's get this little guy back in the water. guy. Man, not big, but long. Man, let me put him on the board. A 17-incher. Man, look how long and skinny he is. All right, guys, let's get this guy back in the water. And now it's time for tackle roundup. All right, guys, what I caught that fish on was this. This is the H2O Express. This is the Academy Sports and Outdoors brand crankbait called Crank D. If I had a rat name, that's what it would be. It'd be Crank D or Crank J. I don't know. But anyways, that's what I'm using. It's the Crank D H2O Express. It is a it's supposed to be a deep diver. I think it's supposed to go 8 to 10 feet. It's actually only going about 6 or 7, but that's what I'm using, and it's this pearl color with like the red eyes, and that's what I'm using. Earlier this morning, I was fishing top water, caught those little tiny ones on it's TP, I don't know what it's called. The one of them was on a Whopper Plopper. The other one was another H2O Express lure. It's their version of the walking bait, but I don't remember what it's called. But not really hitting on much. But I'm going to see if I can get some more in the boat, and that concludes today's tackle roundup. You know, I said I was coming here to gain confidence in my deep water techniques. I've been sitting on top of fish all day long, and I cannot get anything to bite. That is not helping the confidence here, but that's why I'm here to learn. Just a little guy. All right, let's get him back in the water. Well, guys, I think we'll wrap it up for today's episode. I think you could say this is mission failure. I did not do so well out here. I came out here with a plan. And my hopes was to get better at deep fishing, and I have not, I think it's safe to say I have not gained any confidence in that particular technique. I was around fish all day. I was watching the graph all day. It was like, you know, looking at them on the depth finder. It was, you know, spaghetti and meatballs like all day. I just could not get them to bite. And it was very sporadic too. Yeah, so I don't know. I still stink at fishing deep, but I practice. You know, practice makes, I wouldn't say perfect, but at least marginal. I'm just going for marginal right there, right at this point. So, anyways, if there's any experts on fishing deep that has any tips or tricks or something to help me out, please leave that down in the comment section. But while you're there, look in the description box. I've got some additional information about things that I did today, the lures, the launch, everything that I did. Also, there's the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because this channel is updated every week with new fishing content and new fishing adventures. So, I'll be seeing you next week. This is Josh, and this is Abide Fishing. Right off the same darn point. Oh. False alarm.